thanks for being back with us tonight. Appreciate the time. According to DDHQ, our friends there, they call this a 50-50, quite literally, coin flip at this point in time. Do you think that's the state of the race in your home state tonight? And if so, why is it that way?
Well, I think the real question is how come the Democrats are spending so much time and money here? This is Pennsylvania, no matter what, has been a generally reliable vote for them in almost all the recent presidential elections, except for 2016, right? Which they were surprised by. Now they're out here slugging it out, spending millions upon millions of dollars in what should be a sure bet for them. Pennsylvania is not a sure bet for Democrats. They have to be here. They have to spend all this money. They're hemorrhaging their support. They're down about 50% in voter registration. Their mail-in ballots aren't coming in like they did in the past because people aren't enthusiastic about Kamala Harris and the entire Democratic ticket. Now, look, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to slug it out. There's no doubt about it. Anything worth having is worth fighting for. But I think the real news is that the Democrats should be in other states. They should be in places like Georgia trying to pick up.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
Could I ask you then why is Donald Trump in Georgia? And he's spending a lot of time there, right? You can make the flip side of that argument.
You can make that argument, obviously, but there was a lot of anomalies in Georgia that got straightened out by Brian Kemp and their Secretary of State since the 2020 election. Those things haven't changed in Pennsylvania. The new law that started in 2020, the first time Pennsylvania ever voted in by mail, is still in place, lock, stock, and barrel. So but where Trump has to be, Kamala Harris should not have to be, and that's the difference.
You look at Pennsylvania, your home state, and you say Democrats are trying to defend their turf. You're right. For only one time, as you know, since '92, has a Republican won it. It was Donald Trump, obviously, back then by 0.7%. But right now, and the voter registration numbers are coming down. But still, Congressman, Democrats have a 340,000 or so advantage in the state of Pennsylvania as it comes to voter registration. So when you look at the numbers, is it advantage Democrats in your state?
Well, the advantage has always been to the Democrats, at least in recent history, just based on voter registration. But on actual votes, let me just tell you, the people that work in the steel mill in Steelton, the people that work in the factories across Pennsylvania, the people that work at the U.S. Army War College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, whether they're Democrat or Republican, this is what they know. Under Kamala Harris, no matter what she says she's going to do for them, she's had nearly 4 years to do it. In the meantime, they can't afford their groceries. They're buying them with credit cards. They can't afford their electricity bills or their daycare bill. Their streets are unsafe. The country's unsafe. And they don't know why they should trust Kamala Harris, who's had 4 years to do something and hasn't done anything, and now is acting like she's going to change all this around. She's the one that's caused all of this.
So you've been in Congress for 11 years now, since 2013. I'm looking at the areas in and around where you represent York County. Donald Trump won that by 29 and 24 points the last two elections. Cumberland, Donald Trump won that by 18 and 10. You are believed to be, sir, in a very tight race. You're the former head of the Freedom Caucus, Republican who's held a seat there for more than a decade. Why is your race tight, and what does that say about the state tonight?
My race is tight because of two reasons. First of all the money that's coming in from the West Coast and places other than Pennsylvania being used in this district against me. That's number one. Number two, all the lies that are being told. Look, Democrats aren't held accountable for anything they say or do. My opponent barely campaigns. She doesn't even live in the district, but that doesn't matter to them because they can flood the airwaves with millions and millions of dollars of lies on TV and on the internet, and people see that, and they're not sure what the truth is. So, but the real poll is going to be in 3 weeks, right? That's when we're really going to know what the outcome is.
All right, we'll leave it there. Congressman Scott Perry, Republican from the state of Pennsylvania. Thanks for being with us here on the Hill tonight. Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. God bless you.
You got it. All right. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.